Welcome back to another episode of A Little Bit Lit. Today, we want to a little bit quit. Today is not the day. And I am certainly not the one. I am brained out today. But I'm here.
Do you want to tell them what happened just before we sit down?
I opened the fucking cupboard. I'm going to get re-mad just thinking about it. I opened the cupboard. Oh, this isn't even what you're talking about. I've raged this many times in the last
cupboard.
Open the cupboard, try to pull out the microphone, cords caught, pull just slightly. Every single thing in that fucking cupboard fell out. And then I still couldn't unravel the cord. This is when you walked in and I was like, you just want to leave me alone. Because I was telling the cupboard, you don't deserve to be a cupboard. You should be fucking scrapped. I'm going to burn you. And then I'll feel better about this. I'm just in a rage, which isn't super on brand. It's very like I'm tapped out, and it comes out as anger. Not even at anyone.
Up the stairs, I'm like, oh, Cal's having a time. She's yelling at something and like yelling. And I'm like, has Denny chewed something up? Like the kid's done something. And I go in there and there is technology strewed around the floor and she is pulling a cord. And I'm like, are you all good? And she's like, I'm going to need a minute. And so I backed away.
Backed
out
away.
the room, down the stairs, just sat on the couch, twiddled my thumbs.
Awkwardly, yeah. I am not one of those people you console when they're in anger. Like I'm like I just need
gets worse.
5-10 minutes all by myself. Then, so we set up. Sam's like, I think we could just set this up over here. And I was like, because I'm the logistic. You're the ideas.
So I'm imagining, I'm like, let's sit down. We'll have the microphone come down between us, and we'll just like have something high, and it will drop down.
And I was like, and how did you think? That was going to work? And she goes, well, I'm the ideas person. You're logistics.
Originally, I said to my husband last night at like 11 o'clock, could I attach the microphone to a ladder above us somehow, and then have it come down? He's like, well, you'd see the ladder.
Also, the weight, like hanging out that far.
Come and down between us. And he
you
was
would
like,
have to room.
You need to stand. And I was like, oh, tomorrow we'll jimmy something up, with the number. She's number 8 wire gal. She can decorate her house with things she just has in the house. I was like, she's got this.
And I was like, we did. We sat down here and I was like, I just need you to know this isn't going to... When we edit this, it's not going to be what you think it was going to be.
It's fine.
And then I go, it's going to be like the kitchen episode. The sound's going to be shit. The lighting's going to crap out.
And I'm trying to lean into the microphone. She's trying not to yell. I'm like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And then she goes, oh, I've not listened to the kitchen episode yet. And I was like, oh, jolly good. That's why you recommended this. Jolly good. Jolly swell. Anyway.
The problem with re-listening to the episodes for me is I listen and then I hear myself starting to say something and I'll finish what I said. So I'll be like, oh yeah. So then I say it and I hear myself say it. I'm like, look at me. I'm right on track. So I use it as like background noise when I'm at home, when I'm doing stuff, but like not regularly. Because then I just feel like I'm answering myself and it makes me feel a little bit crazy.
I re-listen for like, okay, we won't do that next time.
Yeah, that was...
We can't, or like that sound. Like I listen from a technical point of view so we can learn what
like you
not
cannot
to
hold
do.
your drink while during recording. You cannot sit that.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been a week. I don't even know where to start. It's been a week of life, death, everything in between. Oh, we're here. And that's what matters.
What are you reading?
Wrong question.
Not reading?
No. I've been listening to the Summary Term Pretty audiobooks on Libby.
What did you say you've been listening to?
Oh, sorry.
It was very fast.
I know. I'm sorry. I heard it as well. I
just
heard
got
it.
To Libby and I was like, is that
sorry to the listeners. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear that 2 times sped up. I've been listening to the Samurai Turned Pretty books
you did
on
not say
Libby.
That. There's no way you said that. No. That's what
Liz,
you said.
Okay, editing tomorrow. Let's rewind. I've been listening to the Samurai Turned Pretty audiobooks on Libby. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, never read the books before. Obsessed with the TV show. Requested them on Libby, and I got the first 2, like, 2 days ago or something, or like a couple of days ago. And I was like, I've got a lot of travel. I've got a lot of in between, so I'm going to do that.
Have you watched the last episode?
The latest.
I don't think I'm up to date. I've stopped watching it. I apologize, everyone. I can't do it anymore. So, all right, spoiler, if you... I will not hear this! You are not up to date. See, can I just also, sorry, look how much shorter, like I have to like yank myself
I
up
cannot
here.
touch this microphone. When I try to get it right, it fell over.
If you're not up to date with the Summer I Turned Pretty, just skip this part. So the last part I watched was they'd called off the wedding. She'd gone to Paris. She had her bag stolen. She yeeted that fucking guy, and that was it.
No, you should watch this. I think you would like the episode that was out.
So how many more are out now?
One.
Is it the last one?
No, there's allegedly. Well, Sam, if you don't know the law, allegedly there's going to be a 12th episode. Is the last episode this week, but there's lots of A12. There's like, you know how people find Easter eggs? Because she's a Swiftie, Jenny Hahn's a Swiftie, and people say that the Swifties are crazy with the Easter eggs, but I think Taylor Swift actually plants like 99% of it. I think she's like
it's
a
not
really
an engagement, like, you know, fan engagement type.
I think she just finds it fun because she's like, that's what I like. I would get into.
I can't think that deeply because I'm too busy looking at what's in front of me. I'm not good at like
But
seeing
like,
past.
So what the Easter eggs are for the 12 sort of symbolic is like the chicken desk that Belly goes to is A12. The chicken desk that Conrad goes to is A12. They're in Terminal 12. It's really like quite consistent, these things showing up. So yeah, everyone reckons it's going to be. I think it's just like I think that it's just like airline. There's lots of 12. So people think there's going to be a 12.
And because in my brain, I'm like, well, they're just at Terminal 12.
You need to watch this week's episode because where it ends, you will love. Agnes is in it. The redheaded for his friend that like he dated, and then in Boston, who's the other doctor, and he talks to her about Belly, and they have like a really cool conversation. It's gearing up where we want it to go.
To Conrad?
The way it ends, last week's episode, the way it ends, I was kicking and screaming.
Okay, I do love that.
Anyway, the books.
Talking. I was going a really good segue.
Talking not about that. No.
I was going a really good segue. Editing tomorrow. This is a really good segue. Talking about airports. I have just been on a little holiday to Queenstown.
Right.
And I think if you don't know the law, I'm a bad flyer. And I recently have discovered these amazing medications that help me fly. And I forgot them.
Obviously, brand.
So we get in the car in the airport, and I must say, in the mornings, airport days, my husband is captain. You know, he's captain of that crew. And
I'm the captain of my crew.
So I get up on time, and I assume we're going to plan. So I'm like, oh, I forgot. This is the morning of course. Please don't be surprised. This is completely normal. I packed the night before at like 10:30 p.m. He's trying to go to sleep. I'm packing. We get up in the morning. Oh, I need my gloves. It's in the garage. I need my merino leggings. They're in the garage. So I'm assuming he's going to go, right, we're on time. So we get in the car, and I look at the time, and you're going to hate this. I'm so sorry if anyone, this gives you really bad anxiety. We have to get to bag check-in at 6:55.
What time is it?
We're in Petone. We leave our house at 6:20.
AM or PM?
AM. We have 30 minutes to get from Petone to the airport.
My tummy's actually just dropped.
And so I immediately turn to my husband and go, what the fuck? We had to leave. And he was like, well, you were still fucking around. And I said, I had assumed that you were keeping me on a timeline. Because normally he gets me up way earlier than we need to because I'm quite slow in the morning and I'm a frantic packer. So we're on the motorway and I'm going through my head and we do this panic checklist. Okay, we're like, you've got beanie, you've got thermals, you've got your phone, you've got your charger.
And you're flying Jetstar, aren't you?
Yep, flying Jetstar.
Yep.
So then
Which is a rookie mistake because, you know, my husband's been in the queue for Jetstar to check in the queue 15 minutes early. And it's taken him 15 minutes to process. He gets to the desk 1 minute after. They're like, no, you can't. So I refuse to fly Jetstar. You
love Jetstar because they let you do name changes, and Air New Zealand doesn't. So we had this horrible flight. Honestly, when I've decompressed the law, I will tell you about why this was so tricky. We had to change a flight, and Jetstar said, yeah, sure. So sorry, Air New Zealand said, oh my God, oh, buy a new flight. Anyway, I digress. So I'm on the motorway and I'm sweating because we're late. And I'm like, we have to get to the airport. We have to drive to Miramar, park the car, Uber to the airport in 30 minutes.
Why are you not parking right?
Expensive.
It's really not.
$50 a day.
It's not. If you book it.
Anyway, so this was our plan. And so I start stressing out and I said to my husband, this was your job. He's like, it's like, and there's a reason me and my husband are together. He's so relaxed, he's horizontal. So he's like, I do this drive every day. We'll get there in 20 minutes. That gives us 10 minutes to Uber from Miramar to the airport. It's a 2-minute drive. So I'm like frantic. So I get my handbag and I get out my pill container, which I've got from Timo and I recommend everyone. So I get out my pill container. I'm like, right, where are these flight needs? Flick open the top. And in the little section where they normally are,
Nothing. Silence.
and then I remember the last time I was sorting out my handbag, I was really productive. I was going through my handbag, I cleaned it out. Like, I took out the inside, I scrubbed it, I hung it out to dry. I was like, I don't fly that often. I can put the flight meds in my toilet bag, like in the...
Rookie mistake.
So I realize and I say to him, I don't have my flight meds. And he looks at the clock and I'm not even kidding. He goes, if we turn around now, I think we could make it.
No way!
But you have to drop me at the airport to check the bag in and then park the car in Miramar and we Uber over. And I was like, we cannot miss the bag check. Like, we cannot miss the bag check. So I'm like, it's fine. I'm like, tomorrow. I'm like, so fine.
Yeah, I'm like, tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Actually, not fine.
Actually, she was not fine. We
Pretty
get to
fucking
Miramar
fine.
and he goes, order the Uber. I order the Uber. The guy's like, hey, good morning, guys. And I'm like, good morning, hi.
Andale.
I go the gate and he's like, oh, ready to go? And I was like, yes, we have 3 minutes to get to the airport before bag check closes. So guys, I have doused whatever I'm wearing. I'm wearing this light acrylic cardigan to fly because I get very sweaty, so I never wear anything actually warm. We get to the airport, got 2 minutes, and I'm like, right. We come up the thing, Sam opens the door, car's still moving, yeets himself out, and he just takes off. And thank God there was no one at the Jetstar line. He gets in, it's fine, they check the bag, and then we're like, oh, phew, all good. We do the flight. I have a little cry. I hold on to him. I've got my earplugs. I've got my hat to cover my face. People can't see me crying, and it's okay. It's okay. And so I know there's people at home, and like my sisters text me, and Tamara's probably thinking, why don't you just get the doctor to send the chemist in Queenstown your prescription? So the flight back, you can just have your pills. Genius. I'm digging around in my handbag when we get home, and you're going to fizz your pants.
Oh, you sent me a Snapchat with them.
I find a little white pill, half of it, in the bottom of my handbag.
Yeah, and you sent me a Snapchat. You're like, I found some flight medication, so I'm good for the flight home.
Yeah, and I'm like, I
Was it?
deserve this. This is such good luck. Go
Well,
me.
Can I just please never take medication from Sam because she thinks she's giving you paracetamol and you're getting antidepressants. If you don't know the law on that, we will link the episode. Please never take medication that's just in your bag.
So I'll give you my logical thinking. Okay, so it's a half pill. And the last time I took my clonazepam, I broke it in half and I had half. It has a C on it. And I was like, cool, C for clonazepam. And I told my husband, I was like, we are Gucci. Like, I've got this.
She didn't just tell her husband. She sent out the Snapchat to me, probably Nat.
Sisters, I was
Probably all the fam.
I was like, look at this good luck. So then we're flying out of Queenstown, and because of the aforementioned fuck up and fuck over, we're actually on separate flights. So we're doing 2 flights. We're going Queenstown, Christchurch, then Christchurch to Whanganui-Tara. So we're in Queenstown an hour and a half early because I said to my husband, I will not
do
go
that
through that again.
airport.
So we're there an hour and a half early, but we didn't get delayed. I'm like, that's cool. That's all good. When do I take this pill? Because it needs to start kicking in soon. We've got 2 flights. And my husband's like, no, don't take it for the Queenstown flight because we're together. We're sitting together. But the Christchurch flight, we're not on the same flight. You're on your own, gal. Save it for then. So I'm trying to do the maths of, okay, take the pill. It takes an hour to kick
Surely
in.
you take it halfway through the Queenstown flight. Like, you suck it up for takeoff, and then by land, like before you land, you take it, and then like you've got a couple of hours of it on board.
So then they delay the flight again.
Obviously,
This is Air New Zealand. I'll have you know, you look at judgy Jetstar eyebrows. It's Air New Zealand.
they do delay because of weather affects all planes. You don't
delayed.
You don't want to fly in good weather. The wind was so bad that the past weekend as well, because I also was on a flight. I also took 2 flights, and the whole flight back from Christchurch was turbulent. Like, they almost didn't do the service. Like, the air hostess was like, would you like some water? Like, we flew into Wellington sideways, and the guy next to me was like, foreign, and he goes, he's grabbing the seat. I was like, oh, they land sideways all the time here. It's all good, babe. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're in the Queenstown airport, and he goes, oh, I've just been bumped from the Christchurch flight to your flight. And, oh, thank God, we're going to be together on the same flight. That's amazing. So he goes back through to check, and he has to go to the desk. And we've just gone through security. And my husband, I know it's completely random, I'm well aware, but every time he flies, he gets a whoop whoop.
Oh, same.
Every time. And
I think they hate tall people.
honestly, every time we joke about it, but every time. So he used to go back through, and he goes back through security. While he's gone, I lose our table. So it starts with one guy. And he's like, hey. And I was like, hi. And he sits at the end. I'm like, it's all good. Then he brings all his friends. And I text my husband and said, I'm losing our table. Like, we're at a charging table. I've got small
Oh.
suitcases. I've got the carry-ons. And he texted me and said, I can see this happening. You're losing ground. He brings over another friend. So I was like, oh, my husband's actually going through security, so I need at least one seat.
Yeah.
And then I'm surrounded by these dude, Australian guys that have come to Queenstown for a trip, and they're charging everywhere and they've got cameras everywhere, and I'm just waiting for my husband. And then they want to start chatting to me, and I'm
not interested.
I'm not interested, but also I'm so self-centered. I'm like, they're obviously flirting with me. So I need to say my husband as many times as possible. So I think I have a conversation that goes, yeah, me and my husband, we were just down. My husband and I went to Snow Machine together, but he's just gone through security. But
hey, my husband, in case you didn't
and they
know.
were like, oh, and who'd you see? And I said, oh,
my
my
husband.
husband. But my husband
Yeah.
really likes, because I'm like surrounded. I'm like, of course they want me. Like, obviously they've come to this table.
What goes through your mind?
That's what goes through my head. And so then he finally comes back and he's so cool.
I mean, I love this for you. That must be such an ego boost. But I do not think I'd be like, oh, they're trying to talk me. They're trying to be polite and kick me out of my chair because they want my chair. So they're like, if we talk to her enough, she'll run away. That's what I thought.
I go, I would never talk to anyone. So they must be, you know, like, I don't talk to
you
anyone.
know what? I love that. I bet you they were. You're probably more right than I would be.
I don't ever want to make idle chat, so I assume that people make idle chat, they want something.
See, yeah,
know?
and on my thought process is they don't want me. They want me to awkwardly leave.
I think I'm like, they want
me.
So then he gets back and he walks in, he's like, hey guys, like real chill, and he has casual chat with them, like, and I was like, I've just had to think.
And you're just sitting there like, yeah, for Cuckoo, I would love to snowboard. Gear it up.
Sam just sounds so cool and relaxed. And then when they finally left, he was like, I watched that whole thing happen. You didn't even try. Like, you were like moving because I was like, oh, let me move my jacket because they were wanting to sit there and I'd spread my stuff out. I digress. Anyway, we get on the plane to Queenstown.
You've lost clorazepam.
I take what I think. I take what I think because it's like clonazepam. And I'm like, cool, it'll kick in. So we have to take off and I'm like, oh, it's not really working. Have a hard time. I'm, crying. I put my headphones in and my husband holds me and a couple of sobs and it was a bit of a rough flight. But we get through it. And then we get to Christchurch and we realize it's not a clonazepam or a lorazepam. Maybe it's a codeine. Maybe it's a hay fever pill, but nothing is happening. So I go to him, you need to get moved. You need to move your seat so you're sitting with me. And he was like, it's a full flight. Chicken lady was taking ages. And because we'd been delayed, we only had like 40 minutes between me and the next flight. And so he's like, I can't go back through security to the, I don't want to risk it. And so I'm like, it's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
What do you mean?
So we board and again, no surprises. I don't have my own boarding pass. My husband has 2 boarding passes. So I get to the back door and I realize I don't have a boarding pass. And so I'm going up the stairs and I'm frantically trying to text him going, I need my boarding pass, I need my boarding pass, I need my boarding pass. And then I see this Facebook message and he'd gone, here's a picture of your boarding pass because they're going to ask for it at the back. And I was like, what a man. He knew because I was going up the stairs going, I don't have a boarding pass. How do I prove to him
He's
that?
already sent it to
I'm like, cool.
Sam is me, by the way. Sam's husband.
Yes.
And me, there's a reason why we're friends. I'm just the female version of your husband.
Similar. So then I board and I'm like, it's a packed flight, it's all good. So I get in my seat and my husband's way up the front of the plane. I sit down, there's a lady next to me, put my headphones in, and make a quick little look over and go like, oh,
you didn't lead with I'm an anxious flyer, don't worry.
I thought about it, but I thought if I
voice it,
then a thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're telling people stuff, sometimes you cry, you don't mean to.
I get
And like, what if they were too nice? What if they were like, do you need me to hold my hand? And then I would need to say,
I will break it if you're prepared
yes.
for ACC. Pop.
And also, I'm so sweaty.
It is an experience.
And so I just thought, so I wear a hat because I tilt the hat down. I always sit in the window, so I face myself to the window so I can cry in private. And I have headphones in that are soundproof so that I can't hear anything. So we start takeoff and I lose it.
Vocally.
Well, I have headphones in. So I think that I am demurely crying at the window like a mysterious woman on the train. And I'm wiping my face.
She's in a JoJo music video. Get out!
Actually, I'm leaning into the window and I'm wiping, and it's dark, the lights off. I'm wiping my face, is leaking. I'm doing my deep breaths. I get through takeoff and then we have horrible turbulence. And so
it was really windy this past weekend.
It's really hard to know when you have headphones and if you're making noise.
If you have transparency off.
So the next thing I know, someone's touching my arm. And I look over, the lovely lady next to me goes, are you okay? We've called for the flight attendant.
Was the whole so looking at you.
And so I take out my headphone and I look at them and I am sobbing. And I try to say, and this is what I was trying to say, I'm okay. I'm a really anxious flyer. I usually have pills, but I didn't have them. My husband's on the plane. We usually fly together.
And how did it come out, Sam?
Like, it was terrible. Like,
Did they know where he was?
No,
Did they
so
end up
then
getting him?
she holds my hand and I see her do the look of when someone's sweaty and clammy. So she
You
goes to
check-
hold my hand and she's like, and then she tries to say, it's just turbulence. And then I kind of try to choke out. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying with my
To
husband.
be fair to Sam as well, I will say, because like I said, I flew this
On that
past
day?
weekend too. No, I flew on the
Sunday?
Saturday,
Oh.
but the whole weekend it was terrible. And if you are a nervous flyer, flying into Wellington, New Zealand, to Whanganui-a-Tara is quite scary as well. Because honestly, like sometimes how the planes have to come in is they come in like this and then they land on the runway like real last minute.
Last minute.
And often, yeah, like my plane, we were on one wheel for a bit before we landed. And I'm not a nervous flyer. My thing's earthquakes. Why do we live in Wellington? I don't know, but
there's two
it was
kids
awful.
behind me that are having a tough time as well, and their mum is kind of soothing them. It did nothing for me. I wish she was soothing me. So then we look over and the flight attendant comes down. She goes, someone pushed the button, and the lovely lady at the end goes, this young lady is having a really tough time. Her husband's on the plane. And so I look at her and said, I'm really sorry. And any chance we can sit together? I'm just not doing. And then the woman are like, we'll move anywhere, we'll do anything, we'll go. And she was like, come on, can you stand? You get up. So I get up. The entire plane is looking. I get my stuff. I'm standing in the light and she goes, where's your husband? I have no fucking idea where my husband is. I don't even know what my seat number is. I don't do the boarding passes. So I said, I think he's up in 8 something. And so she's like, well, we'll go find him. So then we walk up the plane and I see my husband relaxed, hat on, reclined. Well, not actually reclined. He's not a wanker. Headphones and watching a movie. And so she goes over and taps him on the shoulder. He takes his headphones out, turns to me, and I go, I'm not doing
Did he laugh?
He did. He's very supportive, but he turned around and he
He's
just
all good, right? Like
pissed
himself.
himself. And she was like, we're going to sit you together at the back of the plane so you can be with your wife. And so he gets up.
Yeah.
And then we turn around and we're up at like aisle 7. We have to walk past 20 rows of people. And
was that the 3-3 or 2-2?
3-3. So I'm wiping my face. I'm bright red. And so walk to the back of the plane.
That's right. Usually it's when you, no. That's usually right when you see someone from high school.
So we go to the back of the plane, which is, if you didn't know, the worst place to be for turbulence. And so I pull my hat down.
You don't do a King Julian?
No.
It's more fun if you wave your hand in the air like this.
I hold his arm and I bear down and I just sob. I've lost it. I'm embarrassed. I've worked myself up so high I couldn't get back down.
Yeah.
And so then they come through with the snack and I'm trying to hold in these because it was terrible. The whole way into Wellington from Christchurch, the whole 30 minutes was
it's really turbulent.
And so then they come through with the snack tray and the guy goes, you look like you need a bit of treats. And he gave us like 6 cookies.
The cookies and the nice Dr. Bugs.
Yep, and we
had
like
Dr. Bugs cappuccino.
Yes.
Yeah, so good.
And then we got crisps. And so my husband was like, this is
bitch, cry harder. They
harder.
might give us the bag of, when kids would come back from like Australia and they have the bag of Air New Zealand lollies. Yeah.
So then he was like, we've got our own row. He doesn't mind the turbulence. He's having a great time. He's eating all these snacks while I'm, sobbing. But when we get through landing and he goes, oh, that didn't go very well, did it? And I went, no, I don't. I think we should start driving places. And he was like, it's fine. We're going to pay to sit together at the front.
Yeah.
And we're going to try.
And I honestly think exposure therapy, there is a merit to it. Like, I feel like I will say, I feel like you're a lot better, even though you still have a really hard time. You're a lot better than like when I first ever flew with you. Yeah.
Where's the Larry's pan's kind of taped.
I know, but even like, I just feel like you're getting there.
So
like,
then we said we landed and I was like, let's not tell anyone that happened.
Let's tell all 25 listeners.
And so then I thanked the air hostess profusely. Said, thank you so much for, they came out like, thank you so much. It was really fun.
I'm really humiliated.
And she was like, oh,
Matewa.
You have a good sleep tonight because when you cry so hard, you sleep really well.
Yeah, I do.
And then I went home and just absolutely crashed out.
That is super on brand.
I know. I was
like,
sitting there and I was like, hold it in, gal. You're like, just got off, just got off takeoff. Hold it in. And then when she tapped me,
Also-
she said, we've called the air hostess. You're making.
yeah. And what were you reading while you were on holiday?
Oh, no, I was on holiday. Hollybob is what I call it. And I couldn't figure out why, but apparently it's the English thing. On hollybobs. Have you heard that before?
I'm from an Irish family, so
Hollybobs? Do they say
no.
hollybobs?
No, because they hate the English. Just
Sorry.
those
I love the Queen. Big one. Anyway, so what I was reading. So when I was packing, I took Shield of Sparrows, which is a big chunky girl. And then I took Phantasma.
I've not started that because it's a 3-book series.
No,
It's a trio.
Now you know. Now you can read it. That's why I read it.
Yeah, it's a
So I
first
took
two.
those and I said to my husband, "Oh, is 3 books too many?" And he went, "He knows nothing."
Of course it is.
And I was like, "Oh, I'll take the Kindle just in case." So I read both of those by like day 3. So on the last
What were you doing on holiday?
sitting in coffee, and I'd whip the books out, and then we had a couple of early nights where I would read. So Shield of Sparrows is a fantasy, Oban, enemies to lovers, that Mara has talked about before. And when you haven't read it, when I listened back to how you explained it, I was like, oh, that's exactly it. But at the time, I was like, what the fuck do you mean? So they're trying to find out where these monsters come from.
And there's a sickness, there's a blight, if you
there's
will.
a blight in the monsters. And the monsters are new monsters to us. They're not like, they're novel to her world building. Like, they're based off kind of
Even to the
fantasy.
they're the main character, they're a novelty. She didn't know these monsters existed as well, right? So we learn with her.
The crux?
She knew about the crux, but like the other monsters in there, you know how she picks up the little one? Like that's not a crux.
No, but she knows those ones because those are the bad, scary ones, and they're the normal monsters.
Oh, I thought she learned
And then the
about
ones
it.
that get no.
Okay, sorry.
So they have
been a while since I
monsters
read it.
novel to the world, and then there's these awful monsters that come every X amount of
You
time.
explain now. I'm just going to let the dog in. Keep going.
So there's this big migration coming of these awful monsters called the Crux, and when they come, they basically decimate the thousands of cities. So they dig tunnels and villages, and if you're in a large city, they board up, the city with castle walls and defenses, and they spend all year preparing, or however many years, the period of time which they come isn't like set in stone. And they watch for all these signs that the Crux are coming and build all these big weapons too. So anyway, is a very slow burn. There is no info dumping, which I really didn't like because it took so long to find anything out because we know nothing is familiar about the storyline. You don't know what the monsters look like. You don't know. It's not fae. They're humans, and there was nothing familiar. Anyway, so I'm reading it and I'm like, Mara has done me so fucking dirty. I was like, this is slow. This is not good. And I need to have more information. I know nothing. And so then we get to the last 200 pages. And they are throwing us hot tidbits left and right. And all these things that I thought.
Bombs are dropping.
Bombs are dropping. All these things. And I was like, oh, I fucking knew it. And I was telling my husband, I always do this when I read, not that he knows anything. I'm like, I think she's the blah, blah. Or this person's, her mother. And
yeah, Lara was sending me voice memos as well. What is it? Lara reads or Bookish with Lara? I can't remember what her name is. Something like that. Our friend Lara, she was sending me voices and she's like, just so that it's here. I'm like, I do this too, Lara. You got this.
And then I'll go back and tell my husband, don't worry,
Jenny.
actually, that's not his mum, is someone else. So anyway, they start dropping bombshells. It gets more complicated. It gets more complex, and I couldn't put it down.
So what do you have to say to me?
It ends with a...
No, what do you have to say to me, Sam?
I'm sorry.
I did you right.
It's wrong. It was worth the wait for those last 200.
Isn't it so annoying how we don't get the next book for like a year though?
No, I feel like it cliffhanged real hard.
So hard. It's like one of the best cliffhangers I've had since like Crescent City book 2.
And didn't see the ending coming.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a couple of small nuanced characters or plots that were good, that added a lot, that they didn't have to be in there.
But maybe they did have to be in there.
My one thing I will say is I cannot stand the main male character's name. And I couldn't stand the delay in being told his real name. So he's called...
You can't say it because it's a thing. But it's stupid.
His name is the Guardian, and he won't reveal his true name. And I thought it was going to be a wonderful... I don't know. The name is shit.
Clorazepam. It's going to be...
I don't know. Like when you find out,
But
spoiler alert, if you've not read the book, see. It's like when you find out the narrator is dead. And you might drop bombshell, get in the bloody bomb sheltered, bombs are dropping. But it was very...
Rudy!
It was...
Sorry. Sorry. If you don't know, the Marcus Zuzak, the book thief, this book we read
Year 13 English.
Yeah, so long ago, but we both still love it. I haven't even reread it. So it is stuck in my brain. It's a fantastic book. If you haven't read it before, Marcus Zuzak, The Book Thief. Do it. Don't watch the movie. I've never watched the movie because I'm like, no,
I can't.
perfection as it was.
I thought about it the other day because my mum, as we were talking about, I think another episode, when you're the person that doesn't work traditional hours, you often get lots of jobbies or tasks that people think, well, you must have time for. I'm sorting through my great-grandfather's cigarette card collection. So when you smoked, you got a...
We didn't have autism back in the day.
She's not... anyway, moving on. And so I'm sorting through these cigarette cards. I volunteered to do it because I love sorting and organising. And I was looking up to see...
Did you just lie?
Do love sorting and organising that type of task, not in general life. Like, it's very fixated on certain things.
Did you get halfway through? You're like, I'm fucking done with this.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm not when I'm medicated.
Okay.
So I've sorted them all out and I've looked up what they're worth. And there's a Jesse Owens card that is worth... We don't have it, unfortunately, because he is in the...
Yes, he's a runner.
£6,000. And I said to Mum, we don't have that one. We have everything else, but we don't have the Jesse Owens
but
card.
that's why it's worth it.
And it made me think about
Jesse and Rudy.
and Bunny.
Honestly, if you haven't read The Book Thief before, it's actually quite a phenomenal book.
It also makes me feel very smart when I can be like...
What I saw the other night, actually, and I said to Paul, oh my God, did you read this in English? But he went to Catholic schools. Holy Mary, Mother of Jesus. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Did you read that one?
Yes.
And he was autistic. Does he kill the dog? I can't remember.
Oh my God. He stabs the dog. It's fascinating because
he doesn't realise. That's
he
right.
The knowledge of... We read that also in English.
Yeah.
Year 12 English. Yeah, fascinating.
Oh, we did it in year 9. We did it in like year 10 or 9. Because I remember doing it with the accelerant class.
We right in this accelerant class. I read it in year 12.
You read it in year 10. I swear to God. Where we read it.
I know when I read it.
I want to remember the plot. So 15-year-old Christopher Boone, a boy with Asperger's, that's it, investigates the murder of the neighbour's dog. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he kills the dog.
With the garden fork.
Pretty sure he kills the dog.
What's his name? Christopher. Does Christopher kill the dog? Not you, Denny. No, Christopher does not kill the dog.
Kill the dog.
His father did.
Oh.
I was going to say that doesn't sound familiar at all.
That would have been a good twist.
That's why Sam was in it. No, I'm joking. But anyway.
I discovered in Queenstown talking about, hobbies and proclivities. I like rocks. So we're walking in the Shotover River.
You keep pulling this face at me and I'm like,
I think you like rocks. I can see you like it.
I don't not like it.
So we're walking the Shotover River and we did the Shotover jet, which we've never done before. I haven't done it. Absolutely worth the investment, but God, it was expensive. And I'm like, these rocks are beautiful. My husband was like, we have these rocks at home. And I'm like, there's no way that we have these rocks at home.
They ship up rocks for the beach in Wellington because it's not a real beach.
Right. So they have mica and quartz in them and they are glittery.
Yeah.
And I'm
super pretty rocks.
I start filling my pocket.
Yeah, you can only get a couple though.
And so then I'm also panicking. I'm like, oh, fuck, is this tapu? Like, am I allowed? So then I do a bit of research and I asked the gal and she said, no, it's only if it's greenstone, if you're taking it, stones is fine as long as.
And then you should always leave something of yourself if you're going to take something. So you pull out a bit of hair. It's probably fell out.
Yeah, I melt a lot. So I'm filling my pockets and then we get to go and he's like, right, put the rocks back.
2 rocks,
and
3
I
rocks.
Look at my hand and I'm like,
there's some really cool ones that I feel like I got one this one time and I can't remember where it is. I don't have to collect rocks anymore because my kids always have rocks and it's more, if I start doing it,
we have more.
We just,
and they'll take
and they go in the washing machine. It's not even that. It's just like, yeah. But it's cool sometimes to get a rock that's like the shape of your where there's a mountain range. Like you can get a rock that's like the shape of the mountain range and then you're like, this is where it came from.
So then it escalates. And I'm like, I have bought rocks at Animates, so it's just looking like rocks. I've paid for rocks. I've paid for rocks in the fish tank for it to look a certain way for Axolotl, and they need to be flat and soft so that they don't cut themselves. And I couldn't buy, I don't want to spend heaps.
So also rogue that you did that and didn't look for rocks. You're clearly not a real rock person because you would never have bought a rock. Do you know what I mean?
I've been in a very long time. So then I bought these cool looking rocks, put them in the Axolotl tank, and we're in the Shotover River, and I'm like,
these would be cool for the tank.
These would be cool.
Yeah.
So I start picking up big rocks.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking, how big is this?
It's too big for a suitcase, which is only allowed to be like 20 kilos.
Like this big.
Mm.
And I passed to my husband and go rinse it. Because I'm trying, there's a lot of tourists down at the shot over checking in for the jet. I don't want to get caught that I'm taking rocks. So I'm like, got a handbag.
Can you stop shaming the rock collecting community?
Well, I didn't know. This was before I had done my research on whether or not it was Chaco, so I was worried I was going to get told off. So I said to Sam, here, rinse it in the river, and then I'll put it in my handbag. So I'm carrying my handbag, fucking heavy rock. I get one more, and he's like, we cannot take those rocks
you got to
home.
do one at a
And I was like, I'll lose my boots. I'll lose whatever we need to. I'm taking these rocks home. So I put them in my checked-in luggage, and I have got these 2 beautiful rocks that I've
Oh,
brought
I
back from the
love
shot of the jet.
that.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
And then I've got this little handful of other cool-looking rocks. And he's like, what are you going to do with them? And I think the problem is before I've always picked up rocks is I've gone, there's no purpose. What do I do with them? But now I've got a tank. I can just put them in the
You
tank.
can put them in the tank. And I think my thing is it's like something really simple and beautiful.
Yeah,
but
and
like
it's from a time that we were there together. They
Yeah.
look different. There's different, there's red ones.
No, let us know. We should do a poll. Do you like rocks? Stop doing that.
I like rocks.
Don't do the thing.
There's no stigma. I'm a rock person.
I didn't think there was a stigma, and now you're making me feel like
Well, my
there's a
husband
stigma.
made me feel like it was, he's not into it.
Yeah, but like he's also not into packing around. Like it's the same.
Not
Isn't
into
it the same thing?
He's very.
I don't think it's neurodivergent. It's like a hobby. It's like liking trains or liking miniature airplanes or liking books or liking like video games. I feel like rocks are the same. I don't think liking rocks, I think that's very stereotypical to assume
I think
that
there is a link between neurodivergence and collecting rocks. It's a hypothesis.
that just feels like really like it's a stereotype, right? Like I don't think
She's asking GPT.
whatever. I don't know how to. Not really.
Is that what did it say?
Yes, because you're just projecting. No, rock collecting, rock counting is a hobby. There you go. Because people study. What do you think a fucking geologist does?
Oh, a guy wants to use a place to put his cat, roaches, beetles, butterflies, and bugs. Who are the guys? What from you? I'm sorry, no such
This
thing.
is Bring It On, eh?
No, it's
it's
me.
White
I'm
chick.
in here.
No, Rob Snyder. It's Rob Snyder. I just can't remember. You made me think of White Chicks, and we watched that the other night.
And she starts crying to her.
Yeah.
"Cat,
And then
roaches,
she's like,
beetles."
yeah.
What is it called? They change bodies.
What? Yes.
Guy,
What's
what's his
the
name?
Rob Schneider
Butterflies and bugs.
movie where he's Jessica? It's me.
Jessica.
Hot chick.
I'm in here.
Anyway, you need to stop. It's just a hobby.
I like rocks.
Yeah, it's a hobby. I like if we had geo digging here, you best believe Sam and I would be on that. But we don't
All
have
the
like,
colours. Have you seen
yeah.
the colours where they get real
I really wanted to get a rock polisher. It's a hobby! It's a hobby! She's like, I'm not helping the case.
I will work on reducing that stigma. But the other book I read, and I'm going to say this, is big. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready for it?
It's a 5-star read.
Ooh.
Phantasm. Where's the book? What's it called?
Oh,
What
it's
does it
upstairs
say?
because it's on my
I
TBR.
keep wanting to say Fantasia, but
You
it's Fan.
Scratched me
Phantasma.
before. Do you know funny story? Not really.
Is it funny? Tell us.
I don't think so. So I got Phantasma, and then Rachel was ordering Enchantra, which is book 2. She orders it from Amazon. It comes like, because she was doing an order, and often like we'll chuck in,
Jump on.
yeah, whatever for each other. She's like, I'll get you a copy. I was like, her order arrives. Every single book is mine, except my copy of Enchantra looks like they literally dipped it in a bucket of water before they sent it.
They were like,
And then just put it in. She's like, I've never seen this before. Like, it is soaked. And it was like, it was, you can't even read it. Like, it was unsavable. So she goes, I've got a refund. I'll get it on the next one. And I was like, cool, no biggie. Because I hadn't been buying books. She's like, I actually need to do another order. So this is a good excuse. She's like, you're never going to believe this. It arrived. The cover of it, like, is folded diagonally. She's like, what is with this fucking book in you? And I was like, you know what? I've just left it sandwiched between other books. So I've got it. I've just left it sandwiched between other books. And I'm like,
if you could iron
that's
it?
none of my.
Why is that you off me? That's not an idea.
Because I feel like it would melt the plastic coating or like the ink. You know how they like have it? They've got like a film over them, I
That's
swear.
you open it the inside.
That could work. No, that could work. On a low. No. I just thought, sorry, yeah, the front. I wouldn't do the front.
No.
Yeah, no, not a bad idea. I have just sandwiched it and it's fine. Like, it's the back of the book. It's not the front cover. So it's like the, which I was like, that's none of my business.
So let me tell you about Phantasma.
Which is on Kindle Unlimited.
What's it?
Did you? Yeah.
Oh, damn it, I bought it. It came out. Anyway, so
I'm pretty sure it is because I've got it on there to read instead of reading. Yeah.
I've just read Shield of Sparrows and I'm like, fuck, that last 200 pages was a 5-star. Not the whole book because of the slow, my personal preference, and the whole fucking name fuck around.
Yes, it's on Kindle Unlimited.
But I've come off those last 200 pages and I'm like, fuck me, that was. So I read Phantasma. Yeah, Phantasia.
Phantasma. Not American Idol winner season 2, Phantasma Barino.
Which is so fantastic. I don't want to use the wrong term. I think it's fantasy, paranormal, magical, historical.
Amazon's sort of categories. It's or like Mighty Ape. I think one of them. It's a dark romance.
Yeah, okay, but it's not
dark fantasy romance.
Yeah, okay. So it's a
you're wrong.
The setting. Do not ask me the year because I can't recall. But the setting is, I'm going to say, corsets and carriages. So there's carriages and the motor cars are like fancy. So it's that type of setting, historical. So you know it instantly, right? The imagery is really easy. The costumes are, it's very easy to imagine. Her mum is a necromancer, so she talks to the dead. Love that. They're called, their last name is Grimm. Her name is Ophelia.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. You're breaking my heart. Yeah. So anyway, the setting was really quick to get into, which I loved. And then there is this mysterious like competition that comes to town, and there's a bit of backstory about it, and there's a mystery. Jenny, this is not conducive.
I'm gonna just take a video of this,
Jenny,
for our stories.
You can see why it's shaking.
Oh, no, it stopped, obviously. Can you just relax?
So I don't want to ruin it for you, but basically there is a competition that comes to town where people who need money desperately and are in all sorts of circumstances need to go.
The Hunger Games.
It's like the Hunger Games, but they weren't selected, they volunteer for it.
Is it like Kajari?
I haven't read that. It gives me similar vibes. So it's a competition, basically. There are 9 levels of
Don't bite me.
Hell, and you have to go through each level. So it is dark in that.
Oh my God, that sounds like that whole series, though, because they do that in one of the like spin-off books.
But what I liked about it is it was very quick. The imagery was very good. The challenges were fantastic. Did not hold back. They were certainly dark, and that loves me. They kill people. Like it's quite gory.
Yeah.
Like it's quite violent, like the Hunger Games. But anyway, the twist was fantastic. The wanting and longing and tension was fucking fantastic.
Stop, Denny. Sorry.
And I didn't see, I'm trying to think of the ending. Oh, yes, I didn't see the ending coming, and it came together in a way at the end that you were like, oh my God, but then they rounded them out nicely. So the next book, I think, is about her sister, who was also in the games and has a kind of love interest. But the tension, the spice was good. Yeah, it was a 5-star.
Denny, stop biting me. Get him to stop nipping at me like that. I try to assert my dominance by like holding his head down.
You have to ignore it, which is the worst thing to do because it's so frustrating.
He just had my whole arm in his mouth.
I know, you're supposed to just completely
not give him the left, right, good night.
But yes, it was 5-star because the pacing was great. The longing was really good.
It's short and sweet.
Yes, yep. And the ending was really cool. And I think I loved the main character. He is
divine.
Oh, he's divine.
Divine. Give me your baby boys. Come here. What about you, Denny? What are you reading?
He's like, not much because I don't know how to read.
I like rap.
But you should put it high on your list because it is. Yeah.
Oh, Denny!
Imagine if he cracked the glasses.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved Phantasma. I'm really excited to read Enchantra. I'm a little bit sad that I think it is going to move. I haven't read the blurb for Enchantra. I think it is going to move.
I have it if you want it.
Do you have Enchantra?
That was the book that we just talked about.
Phantasma.
No, I have both of them.
Oh, can I borrow Enchantra?
Yeah, of course you can.
Because I'm a little bit sad that their story is over. Like I hope.
Oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I will read it. Shall I read it next? I'm currently trying to read the book club, which is...
Is it the...
It's called... Oh, I'm surprised.
Why can't I see?
Sorry. It's because the dog licked them and there's a big lick patch there. It's called A Ship of Bones and Teeth.
Oh, yes, I need to read that.
Yeah. So...
That's the mermaid, the pirate.
Yeah. It's like honestly, I've read Hooked by Emily McIntyre, and it's giving me the same kind of vibe where it's like the same as Peter Pan, but it's different. Like Eric is, anyway. So,
Is Eric Peter Pan or is he Hooked?
Eric is an asshole. We don't like him. Yeah.
Does he cheated to someone like?
Oh, he's the bad guy. Which is what they did in Hooked, is Peter's the bad guy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and yeah. Anyway, quickies. Do you know what I wanted to show you that I thought you would like? And I'm going to do a story about this too. If you live in Christchurch, I'm so jealous. Are you a plant shop girl? You like to go to a plant shop and obviously but you know,
Yes.
the right kind of, like California Gardens. They've got the pretty pots. Then they've got like outdoor stuff
Yes,
too.
what shop did you go to?
And then they've got a cafe.
Tell me about
I went to Portstone. Have you ever been to Portstone? This is my little sister's in-laws family business.
the garden.
Garden centre. And I got, you guys are not going to believe this. Okay, I'm going to try not show the price. Sorry. I saw this on my little sister's bench. And I go, that is a fantastic idea. So, Tinny, yeah. Oh, God.
So I just kissed him and he was like, oh, I like.
So what this is it's a terracotta pot. So then you get this glass bowl too. Terracotta is porous, right? It soaks in the water anyway.
Yeah.
You probably still want to I would put some rocks in the bottom for drainage, just so the roots don't get root rot.
Probably won't.
I would.
It's gonna
It
be
sits
in
in
water.
water.
How would they won't rot because they're in water all the time.
Anyway, okay.
We'll research that.
Anyway, basically, you fill this with water and then you sit your pot in it and then you have your basil on the bench and it's self-sustainable.
Because the problem I have with basil is I don't water it.
In the kitchen.
consistently,
Yeah, in
yeah.
the kitchen. How much would you pay for this?
You don't want to know. I want to say $50 max.
$10. From Portstone. I had to get my sister-in-law to put it in. I didn't have check luggage because I was only going for a night. So I had carry on. My sister-in-law thankfully put it in her check luggage so that I could. The way I obviously would have bought.
And you can see when it needs to be filled up because obviously self-watering pots do exist, but you need to know when they are
Yeah,
low. You can see
but also it looks pretty.
it looks cool.
Like it's not an ugly.
I might want one of those.
This is editing Tamara. Just jumping in to say that for some reason it did not record the last 20 minutes of this podcast episode. So I hope you enjoyed that. You missed some good quickies, but anyway, thanks for getting a little bit lit with us. We'll see you next week. Bye.